Hello, my name's Joe Francis from the Centre for International English, and a big welcome to all the new students who've just joined the pre-sessional course. So if you're on a 10-week course and you've just come, welcome, and a big welcome back to all the 15-week students who have already been here for 5 weeks. Okay, so these videos are here to help with your pronunciation, and they go with what you do in class. So for the next 5 weeks there's going to be one video every week, and it's going to help with some of the problems that you're going to get in English pronunciation. Now, there's already been 5 previous videos, and if you look on Blackboard in the main menu, the red bit, which is either over there or over there, you will see pronunciation somewhere, and if you click into these you will get access to all the previous videos that have been done. And if you're a new student, I suggest you watch these, and it will give you a good introduction to how these videos work. Okay, so as I said, these videos we're doing in this block, they're going to focus on some of the pronunciation problems that you have with English. Okay, so let's get started with today's lesson. Okay, so the problem we're going to focus on today is a consonant sound problem. So what you'll need is your good friend, the phonemic chart. So you should all have one of these, and if you haven't, go and see your teacher and we will make sure you get one. And what you'll notice is that there's 4 pages, and what we're going to do is page 3, these 2 sounds here, a P and a B sound. Okay, so this is a well-known problem for Arabic speakers. But even if you can say a P and a B sound okay, there's actually a lot of information in this video that will help with all sorts of pronunciation problems. Right, so from the previous course, you'll know that these are consonant sounds, and that one of them is unvoiced and one of them is voiced. Right, as I said, if you're not sure about this, go and look at the previous videos. I think they're about 7 minutes each long, so it's not too long, and you will find out all about unvoiced and voiced consonants. Right, so P and B. The P sound is P, P. There is no voice in it anywhere. It's actually silent, which is why it's called unvoiced, because there's no voice. Okay, so it's just air coming out. Right, now the B sound is a voice sound, so you use your voice, ba, and your voice actually comes from your vocal cords, which are down here, and if you put your fingers here you can actually hear the difference if you say these 2 sounds, ba, ba. So when you say ba, you can actually feel there's your vocal cords are vibrating a little bit. Okay, so if you've got problems with these sounds, if you can't tell the difference between a P sound and a B sound, what you have to do is remember that the P sound is unvoiced. So we've got 2 words here, we've got pin and bin, and if you say the pin sound right at the beginning, you have to get this, p, pin, p, pin. So that sound right at the beginning, there is no voice, it's just air. Now the other one, the voice one, is actually very easy because you just use your voice straight away. Bin, bin. Okay, so it's the difference between p and ba. Unvoiced, voiced. So with a lot of pronunciation, we tend to focus on the beginning of words. But I think in today's lesson in class you were doing syllables, and you've got to be aware that every time you start a new syllable, it's almost like a new word really. So even though we got things like pin and bin, we get words like prepare, where both syllables actually start with this P sound. So as you saw in today's lesson, you were doing syllables and you can split words up into different syllables. But now what I want you to do is just have a look at that in terms of pronunciation. So make sure you're getting all your sounds for each syllable. So for example, the word prepare, you've actually got two P sounds there. You've got pre and then you've got pair. Okay, so you've got two sounds there, and the second one is obviously in the middle of the word. So that's something else to be aware of, and have a look on what you did in today's lesson and see if there's any kind of multi-syllable words that you're going to do in your presentations, and start practicing them and make sure you get that sounds right with each syllable. Right, so the middle parts of words are very important, not just the beginnings, but also equally important, or maybe even more important, is the ends of words. Now, since I've been an English teacher, I found that teachers tend to focus on the beginning of words, but they don't actually focus on the ends of words, which is quite strange, because the ends of words are very, very important for English pronunciation. So a lot of Asian languages, what you find is that the ends tend to either not be there or they disappear. Right, so we're going to have a look at this with two words, and all we're going to do is we're going to change that end consonant. So the first word is mop, which is something you use to clean the floor with, and the second word is the same letters but with a B instead of a P, mob, which is a group of angry people. Okay, so we got mop and mob. Right, now you must get that final letter, especially if it's unvoiced. Okay, so I must hear that p, mop. Okay, so as I said, with a lot of Asian languages, especially when you start to speak English quite quickly, either the sound is not there or it's very weak. So for example, a word like stop, I might hear stop or stop. Okay, but what I actually need is stop. So I need that p, and that p is very, very important in English pronunciation. Okay, so again, with your presentation stuff, not only the beginning of the words and the middle of the words, but have a look at the end of words as well, and then your English becomes very, very easy to understand for us. Okay, that's the end of the first lesson. I hope you found that useful. If you've got any problems, just ask your teacher, but the key to everything is practice. So once every day, just have a look at this and just go through these things and practice. So it's no use if you don't practice. Okay, there'll be another video next week. I hope you enjoyed that, and have a good week, and I'll see you all next week. Bye bye.